Welcome back to another ADAS Network Pop Quiz results. If you haven't been following along on social media, that's totally fine. You can catch up here. 2026 Hyundai Palisade. Scenario is, comes into a shop with major front end damage, primarily right front. We have replaced the front bumper, replaced the front grille, replaced the radiator support, replaced the right front headlight, the right fender and bracket, as well as the right front wheel and door. How many ADAS calibrations are required in this repair, as well as additional diagnostic procedures before it is back at pre-collision levels? Let's get into it. So as we get set up on the vehicle, the first thing we got to do is get our pre-scan. This is going to show us exactly what condition the vehicle is at when we took possession. First thing that catches my eye is we got an active code on our right side headlamp. That makes sense. That's the one that they replaced. Maybe there's some variant coding. Maybe there's some initialization or calibration that's required. We check our service information. Boom. Step one, variant code. Then we're going to check our codes. Now, if you haven't seen this before, this is a new style of variant coding search through HyundaiTechInfo.com. We're going to input our VIN up here in the top. We're going to hit search, scroll on over to the side, search variant coding, and then it's going to provide us with a list of all the modules that accept variant coding on this vehicle. We're going to select our right side headlamp. That's this guy right here. Take this coding, punch it straight into your scan tool, and boom, variant coding is complete. Always cycle ignition off for at least 5 seconds, then go check your scans. See if any codes come back. In our case, no codes came back. Ran the initialization to relearn the headlight. Boom, on to the next one. Now that we have our coding complete, we need to start moving into our ADAS calibrations. First on the list, we're going to do our front radar. It was removed and reinstalled as it was attached to the radiator support. That triggers our service information. We got to recalibrate this front radar. Boom. Set it up. I run these static almost every single time. I highly recommend you do, unless you absolutely do not have the space or the equipment. Next on the list, we're going to move to our round view monitoring cameras, or sometimes known as our panoramic view camera system. Since we replaced the front grille as well as the right side front door, we must recalibrate all 4 cameras, starting in the front, working our way around, left, rear, and right. If you've never seen this on a scan tool, you're going to adjust these crosses to match right in the center of our white and black boxes here. These are the center of our targets for all 4 cameras. Once we get that set and locked in, they will turn green. You get a nice little screen like this. Static AVM camera recalibration complete. Now let's see what else we got. And last but certainly not least, we have our front corner radars. These are installed directly into the bumper. There's no manual angle adjustment that needs to be done beforehand, just a dynamic recalibration. They do take a considerable amount of time, but it is well worth it to continue and drive and drive and drive. The longer we drive, the better of a relearn procedure it goes through to ensure that we do not have a callback because of lights on the dash right after we left. Now, there was a diagnostic procedure done before I got to the vehicle. Since the wheel was replaced, it was sent out for a 4-wheel alignment. After that alignment, they recalibrated and reset the steering angle sensor. I'm going to add that in, so for those of you counting at home, we had 1 coding, 2 initializations, and 3 ADAS recalibrations. Now, for anybody in the back who's screaming, well, hold on, you said alignment. What about the front camera? You got to recalibrate the front camera. I like the cut of your jib. Let's talk about it. Now, on its face, I would absolutely agree with you. If the vehicle gets a 4-wheel alignment, you should and 100% recalibrate the front camera and the windshield. But here's the thing. Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, they don't isolate that out. They do not flag that as a trigger to calibrate the front camera. So we can see here on the procedure, what they classify is if the windshield's replaced, the camera's been removed from its mount, or if there's a DTC present, which gets me to my next point. They do not even have verbiage in their service information to accommodate for a customer complaint. I have had numerous friends and family members come to me saying, hey, I got new tires put on my Kia and I just don't really think the camera's working right. Can you take a look at it? Sure enough, no codes, calibrate the camera. Guess what? Right afterwards, everything functions exactly how it's supposed to. So I have anecdotal evidence stating that this needs to be done, showing that when it is done afterwards, there is a marked improvement. But That's why we're highlighting this situation here, because sometimes service information can be a little bit gray, it can be a little bit vague. And when that happens in the field, we run into serious situations where should we or shouldn't we? That's what the ADAS network is here for, to help guide you through these tough situations to ensure the best quality work for your customer, yourself, as well as your business.
Join the ADAS network, the one and only community powered by ADAS professionals.